You guys having fun?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We're going to bring up your feature act for tonight. Very funny guy. He does comedy all over Michigan. He actually did some time in Ireland recently. Big hand for Zach Engeland.
You guys are a beautiful crowd. What's that? You in particular, sir. Everybody's having a good time at Max here? Wednesday night, yeah? Any Michigan State students here? Did I see some Michigan State students? Yeah? You guys see they're building that bridge out on Farm Lane, the bridge to the future? You see that out there on campus? Here's a fun fact, it cost $1.8 million. Did you know that? The bridge to the future cost $1.8 million. And here's another fun fact. The bridge to the future carries trains. Where the fuck is my jetpack? Right? I mean, really? Trains is not the future. No? Folks, I'm glad to be here at Max Bar. I've done other shows and other clubs where they don't respect the integrity of the artist like they do here at Max, which is why I love doing Max Bar. I did one show once where after the show they wanted me to pass out dildos to a bachelorette party. Right? I haven't dedicated my career to writing some of the finest dick and fart jokes known to man, so I could pass out dildos. But there I was, passing out dildos. That's when I had my first comic epiphany. I said to myself, if I can't be funny with a dildo in my hand, well, I'll just stick it in my ass. And if I still can't be funny, well, I've kind of fucked myself, haven't I? I'm in the wrong fucking career. Bad idea. Everybody still having a good time? Ladies, are you having a good time? Ladies, have you ever heard that expression that if a man drives a fancy car or a big car, he's compensating for something? You ever hear that?
Yeah, sure.
Ladies, I drive a scooter. Extrapolate that backwards. I drive a scooter because I'm sensitive to the needs of Mother Earth. I'm an environmentalist. An environmentalist with a drinking problem. The state took my SUV. I drink a lot of water. I think it's important to stay hydrated. I kind of take it to the extreme. I like to pre-hydrate. Ladies in the back, I had something special planned for us. I had props and everything. What was I talking about? Was I in the middle of something?
Rehydration.
Pre-hydrating, that's the punchline, so we'll move on to the next. I drink a lot of water now, but I also smoke a lot of weed, so I'm forgetful, and I tend to leave my water laying all over these places, because I'm kind of forgetful. But I'm also an optimist, in addition to being a drug addict, and so I figure like a bunch of empty glasses laying around the club kind of ups my chances of getting roofied tonight. And it's evident by the fact that those ladies in the back left. We had never worked together before, us or them. But if they were to have looked behind them, there was a glass.
There is a glass.
I know. I placed it there before I got up here. Melissa, you are the quickest one here tonight. Melissa, I'm not going to lie to you, that glass is unattended.
Okay.
No one is watching it. You could put whatever you liked in there. No one would know. Folks, I think, well, we had to move on, right? All things come to an end. Before I get on with this, I wrote a new pedophile joke. I thought, whatever, let's do a pedophile joke. I'd like to share it with you guys. This is my pedophile joke. It just goes, sometimes when I have a really young girl tied up in the dungeon in my basement at home, I say to her, I don't know why they call it an Amber Alert. I bet it feels more like an emergency. It's important to know what the threat level is, right? That's all I'm saying. Folks, I think that, alright, let's stay with me here. I think Jesus needs to die again already, alright? That's what I think. I think he needs to die again because he got the metaphor all wrong, right? I don't know if you know this, but the Norse god Odin once crucified himself. He hung himself by the eyeball for a week from the tree of life so that man might have knowledge, which is diametrically opposed to what Jesus died for, which was our sins that resulted from that knowledge. Right? That is a terribly anti-intellectual metaphor. Explains Sarah Palin, doesn't do much for me. Right? Explains the birther movement. Why were those guys so strict with Jesus' birth certificate, right? They just looked at it and says here your mother was white and your father was the supreme ruling deity of the universe. And also the hymen wasn't broken. Are you fucking kidding me? It didn't break in childbirth? Was this the Immaculate C-section? I don't think Jesus was ever born. Oh, another fun fact about mythical deities. Dionysus, the Greek dying and rising deity, he once traveled to the underworld to save his mother. On his way, he met a man who said he'd help him in his quest if, upon his return, he would have gay sex with that man. Dionysus agreed. Yeah. Well, mothers are important. You wouldn't know it because they wouldn't even make Jesus' mom a saint. Anyway, upon his successful return from the other world, he came back to find the man and fulfill his promise, only to find that the man was dead. But that didn't stop him. He got himself a really large stick, stuck it in the man's grave, and proceeded to sodomize himself. Yeah, Jesus wouldn't do that. Jesus couldn't get over the gay thing. Right? He's pretty anti-gay for a guy who likes long walks on the beach and promises sealed in rainbows. Don't you think?